this game, I mean, while it had a story like you're trying to avenge your father and you're trying to like, it's a very realistic. It takes place in the 80s, like in Japan, and you have the freedom in the game where you actually have like a clock with time, and you can go have a job and make money, and you can even like in the game go to an arcade where you can play like actual old school Sega games from the 80s, like stuff like that. You can like go to the arcade and talk to people, and like you can like go to the store and buy things, and and when it gets late, you have to come back home and sleep. And so it had this whole kind of like simulation kind of thing to it, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, you're trying to like avenge your father's death, but you're trying to figure out how it happened. So it's kind of like this like
it's part like mystery, part adventure game, part sim,
but also like
part
like your dad like owned a dojo, and like this guy comes in and like kills your dad, and it's, like,
part fighter.
Yeah, so I mean, there's times where like you'll get like there's all these like random events that can happen where like you'll go in a hallway and it'll be like nighttime. You should be going home, which you're trying to get home. It's dark, and like these like gangster dudes in your town like approach you, so you have to fight them. And there's actually this whole like
an actual
mashing,
pretty
like,
well developed fighting system.
Fighting system.
I don't know if I'd say well developed. I said that, but maybe it's
not well developed, but it's cool.
It is cool. I agree.
So this game had a lot of things from a bunch of different games, and it really kind of implemented them well for the time.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Oh
also,
my god!
They spent a lot of money on a random like weather system where like you wake up and it could be cloudy. And if it's cloudy, people are like wearing jackets. And if it's raining, people have like less people are outside, and people are like. There's this whole like random
and also
weather system.
Dude, here's a fun fact: the weather is not random. It's based on the actual meteorological data from Yokosuka in the 80s. That's like where it takes place in a real place.
Yeah, okay, so it's real actual weather data.
That's awesome.
And so the guy who made it if Shigeru Miyamoto is the father of gaming, this dude is the fucking uncle of gaming. It's Yu Suzuki, who is basically responsible for all of Sega's major arcade titles that really put them on the map at that time. And he led Sega's most talented internal development team, AM2, to make Shenmue, and basically Sega gave him whatever leeway he wanted. They knew how amazing he was, and since he was leading the project, they basically just went go crazy and make whatever you want. And so he was so invested in this game that he created like this brand new genre like for the game that he called like it was like eyes. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like real eyes, like entertain. It was supposed to be something beyond like a role-playing game.
Sure.
It was like immersive beyond any game you've ever played.
And at the time, it really was. Like I remember, I got really into Shenmue.
Yeah,
I played through it many times.
This is what we need to do, by the way.
It's a long game too. It's 4 discs long. Like I mean, for Dreamcast.
And obviously, the game discs themselves can't store a ton of data.
But it is still a pretty long game, especially with all the
fact that no other games from that period required that. So.
Not really, no. There's no other Dreamcast games I can think of that were more than 1 disc.
Yeah.
But they went on to make Shenmue 2 for Xbox, which was great.
Yeah, it's also a good game.
It's very similar. It's actually awesome because now you figured out kind of like where your father. You figured out more.
Yeah.
And now you're traveling to China.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and probably that's another great thing about like the story is that like the pacing is really good and it's really interesting because you spend the whole time like trying to solve your father's killer mystery, and it takes like quite a lot of build up. And you have to.
Well, you know what? The pacing's not always okay because like.
Well, because it gets super slow and boring.
Yeah, so there's sometimes where you're like, I have to drive a forklift for my job for like so long.
Oh, and you're talking about in the second one specifically, it can really drag at points.
Yeah, super drag.
But then at the same time, like that kind of stuff doesn't bother me as much. Like I fucking look at Ultimate Skyrim. It's like the fucking slowest thing in the history of the planet. Like that doesn't turn me. I would take a slow experience to build of like anticipation over like a faster one.
It's not about slow. It's about extreme repetitiveness.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what it was. It's like I don't mind slow.
Also, watch this. I'm gonna. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but check out this cool thing that's gonna happen. Wait here. Oh, is that another bow gun? Or do I just get arrows? I need this.
Something's happening right here.
Something is gonna happen. Do I have an ink ribbon? Shit! I should have fucking picked that up. God damn it! But something is gonna happen. As far as I know, the only place in the whole game that this happens. Watch.
I know exactly what you're
gonna
say.
I know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
That is fucking spooky, let me tell you.
Because you'd never expect that.
It never happens, yeah, in like the whole game. And it's like, dude, something like that, when that happened to me when I first played this game as a kid, I was so fucking scared because like loading screens were supposed to be your safe zone, you know what I mean? And when that happened, that like had the effect on me where I was now scared of every new loading screen because I didn't know if that was gonna happen again.
Like you walk up these stairs, there's a zombie.
Yeah, who
up there,
knows?
like,
Anything could happen.
yeah.
It's creepy. It's a brilliant move.
We'll move off the Shenmue subject, but what I just did want to mention too that Shenmue 3 has actually been kickstarted, funded, and is in development right now.
That's crazy.
So, which is nuts because Shenmue 2 came out during Xbox time. It wasn't even Xbox 360. It was Xbox. So Shenmue 2 actually came out for Dreamcast as well. But it came out on.
Did it really? I never played that.
Shenmue
version.
2 came out on Xbox International only, like Japanese and European. It never came out in the U.S. market. But you could buy it and play it on a U.S. system, I think, if you bought it like export. Anyways, so it's been so fucking long.
Yeah.
There's actually supposed to be a Shenmue Online, which was built and then got kind of like pushed aside. And
Yeah, that was an interesting little side project. Fuck, we still need to use the Valve.
But Shenmue 3, I mean, I kickstarted it. It's gonna be for PC. It's
Did
gonna
you
be
really?
for console. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
So I donated 30, which is just a copy of the game for PC.
Wait, shit.
Sure. Okay.
And at this point, like, I mean, I love Shenmue and I've been a huge fan, but like, I don't know where it's at now, and I don't know what's gonna be. So I don't feel comfortable spending more than $30 right now until at least like have some kind of indication.
Sure.
Yeah, which I get how that is, but yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah, I'm excited. I mean, it's probably within the next year.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited to see what sort of just because, like I said, it's like what could Shenmue 3 possibly look like?
It's hard
or,
for
like,
me to
what is the
imagine
claim?
Shenmue in 2017.
Yes, that's exactly it. Where it's like I
Or
know
2018.
exactly all the things that made it so special and poignant in the time that it was released, but you know, it's the things that made it impressive at the time. The industry is built on, and they're no longer new concepts. You know, like the idea of like an immersive open world. That's not new anymore. That's what everyone's doing now. So I don't know.
That scream.
Yeah, that's like a stock scream. Oh, I guess we're supposed to go that way first. There's no choice but to take out the wall. Okay. Well,
That's the only choice? Really? Is that where I was like going with that?
Well, no. I mean, I don't know.
Take out the wall? What do you?
There's no way it's gonna have me shoot it. I'm just gonna do this to make sure. Super anticlimactic. But I know. Well, there's something else we need to do here. This is what I came here to do. I didn't remember that scream. But I don't remember that flavor text about there's no choice but to take out the wall. This is where I wanted to go. It's right here.
Oh, this is a spookster room.
Nothing but an oil painting wrapped in cloth. Nothing useful on the shelf. Here we go. What's this?
Is there actually a real difference between a ruby and a rupee? Like, what's a rupee? Is that a Zelda thing only?
Yes, a rupee is not, well, you know, because there's rupees is a currency for India.
Okay.
And
rupees.
there's or actually and also Indonesia. I don't know if it's the same one. It's like rupiah, but they're not like small gems.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh, you know where we get the other half of this was in
There's
that
a blinky thing over there.
Yeah, what is this? Ha ha!
Yeah.
I was gonna say we need another key pretty soon here. But so the other half of that I think was in that interrogation room. You can see it through the window.
Yep, you're right.
God, we're already in like full on Resident Evil mode. It's just like this straight up crazy bullshit. Find this piece, get the 2 jewels, and then you can open up the statue, which gives you the half of the first stone, and then you find the diamond key, which lets you into the room that has the second half.
You use
the
that key and you
serpent
open the door,
stone.
and you're like, oh, now I can get back into the main room.
Yeah, like it's like some bullshit.
It's
I
like-
can't remember what I thought I needed the crank to turn the water on the helicopter, but I used the valve for that.
I really
so
want
don't
them to
know
just
what
create
the
Resident Evil where
is
the
for.
crank does nothing.
I can't remember if the diamond is the club. I think the purple is the club, or the purple's the diamond. Either way, I'm pretty sure now we can go get that other half. So maybe here's what it is: the purple, I believe, is the diamond key. Oh yeah, because that purple on the left, that's where the safe room is with the where we developed the film.
Yep.
And I distinctly remember that one saying the diamond key. So we can go and open up this door at the very least. So Roland, what do you think of the Resident Evil experience so far? Would you say?
Pretty spooky to say the least.
Would you say it's spooky? It is spooky though, isn't it? I mean, it's hard when you've not played these games until now. You know, when you're
especially
older,
because
you have friends with you. But this was very spook. You know, in the
this is an
original.
ultimate spook in the day.
Yeah, it was very scary. I don't know, man.
Like I mean, I told you I've never beaten this game, right?
Oh yeah, you have told me that.
I've gotten this far for sure. I've never I was too scared of my own when I was little.
Scary game.
So I just feel like I feel like I needed someone to like watch me play.
Well,
There's a lot of
yeah, but
situations
dude,
where I had
even
no
when we
one
played
watching.
together,
Yeah.
it was both.
But someone just needed to be in the room because I just was like, I can't. I'm distressed. Like,
Yeah.
I love horror games, but like, I can't do them. Like, I
Sure.
don't know. I can't
I think
psychologically.
that's common.
But I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people that say they wouldn't like it because it's too scary. Like, I legitimately love the
Yeah,
idea
you just
of horror
don't want to be
games.
the one controlling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I could even be controlling it. I just need someone to like be there with me.
Well, if you remember, even when we were kids, I mean, I guess maybe when you're kids, it's not like the best example to hold up, so to speak.
I always have you play it.
Well, yeah, but we were both still scared.